Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today we're chatting about some interesting transfer news again. A new player has been linked to Chiefs, and it said the Chiefs are expected to finalize the deal with the new striker who is an Portugal international, or let's say was born in Portugal. And we're going to talk about that. And also, there's a surprising player I want to talk about who is actually at Cape Town City, and I want to know, would it be possible for Kaizer Chiefs to sign this boy? But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, before I get into the transfer, I wanted to say everyone saw that the Toyota Cup conference thing was launched today. We are going to be playing Asan Togo. They say, I think the game is going to be on the 26th of July. They say when Chiefs plays that game, we're going to be in our new kit. And one thing I'm going to say about that is that we honestly don't care. We don't care. We just want the announcement of the players. We want to know what our squad is going to look like. We don't really care about the kit. We'll see the kit when we get there. You know, the kit is one of those things when it comes, but we want to see the players who are going to wear the kit. But anyway, let's get into the player. The player that is being mentioned that is coming to Kaizer Chiefs, well, based on Far Post. This is what Far Post reported. So a lot of you are gonna come and say fake news. Because every time I announce, I'm like, guys, I don't just go and announce links or rumors or whatever the case from sources that I don't believe. Because a lot of you who have been on this channel for a long time know that we, as Amakhosi Network fans and family, we have decided that we no longer look at Soccer Laduma and Kickoff. So I then have to go and search for other sources. And other sources that I search for, they are generally right or generally correct in terms of the information we're getting. And one of them is Far Post. Far Post is generally right. Unplayable is generally right. If you follow people on Twitter, Innocent Kabazela is generally right. All of these things, Mazola is generally right. But a lot of this information sometimes, like the Rulani story that broke out recently, a lot of them got that story wrong. A lot of them were told that Pirates actually talking to Rulani, but he wasn't. So I want people to understand that. But anyway, let's get back to our player. His name is Flavio Silva. Flavio Silva is a Portuguese player. He's basically grew up in Portugal. I think they say even went to Sporting Lisbon Academy or something along those lines. So his life is basically in Portugal, and he's a striker. But Buffett, I don't even want to waste a lot of your time. I don't want to act like I'm a dumpers. Look, I'm not a scout. Let me make it clear for you guys so you guys understand. I'm not a scout. I can't even say I know how good every player is in the world. All I use is the knowledge I've gained from watching football in the many years that I've been watching, and I make a decision on the limited information that I know. Why do I say limited information? There are certain players that we see who we think won't be good and they end up giving something, and there are others we see who we think will be good and they end up being bad. But what I can say is, us as fans, in most cases, we get what we see right more times than not. For example, many Chiefs fans saw Molefe Ntseki. They knew what he could deliver. They said, no, he failed. They saw Pimenyimana. They said, no, we failed. They saw Tashrik Morris. He won't succeed. And he didn't, because that's what happened. But anyway, Flavio Silva. Flavio Silva, I'm going to now read you his career stats. This guy has played 194 career games. He is 29 years old. I just want you guys to let me bring you up to speed there. He's 29 years old. He's played 194 games. And this is based on what is recorded or what has been tracked. 194. He is a striker. Remember this. He has scored, in those years, he has scored 56 goals. I think you heard me correctly. He has scored 56 goals as a striker, and he has 18 assists at the age of 29. Now, here's the next thing. Of these goals that I'm talking about that he scored, I want it to be very clear as to where most of these goals come from. He scored 56 goals, but 39 of those goals come from a very specific league, and that is the Indonesia League. I want you guys to understand that very clearly. The goals that he scored the most come from the Indonesia League, right? So I'm putting this into perspective so people don't come here and attack me and think I'm being unfair on the player and all of these things. Because when we remove those 39 goals of the Indonesia League, all the other leagues he's played for, he's only managed to score 17 goals. So he scored 39 Indonesia, all other leagues only managed to score 17. And I'm not going to come here and criticize the Indonesia League. I just think South African League is way, way better than the Indonesia League. And if your striker is deemed the top striker in the Indonesia League and failed to score a lot of goals in the other leagues, you might find yourself with a problem. And I'm saying this for you guys to understand this. Lilepo was doing well in his career, but he was in the third tier of the French league. So still better than Indonesia. I want to clarify that. Ethan Chilslet, who we signed now, he's been in the third and fourth tier of the England league, and he has scored 40 goals. So why I'm bringing this up is that what we'll find is that this guy could possibly be another. You know who he reminds me of actually. If you look at Cape Town City this season signed a striker who used to play for Maritzburg. I think it's Somoabe or something like that. He looks like that guy, if you want to understand. So that guy has the physique, he has the pace, he sometimes gives you a good move here and there. But when you look at the goals, where you need the goals, you must understand one thing. Good, Cape Town City is relegated with that same striker I'm talking about. And that same striker, he could not score the goals. And that's what I see about this guy. But let me update you on what I saw in terms of the videos. I went on YouTube, I looked at his videos just to get a feel of what he can do. And I'm not impressed. I am not someone who's going to come here and call people cows, because if he signed for Kaizer Chiefs, I'll support him, just like who people call PM Mnyama. I will support him. But Flavio Silva, let me give my opinion on what I saw in terms of the YouTube videos, which is not enough information to give. But the nice thing about YouTube videos, especially for a striker, it's hard to look at YouTube videos for a midfielder and a defender, etc. But for a striker, it's very easy because his videos are going to be his goals and assists, and that's what you want him for. When this guy plays, he does not have the best ball control. He is an erratic player. So he does things that when they compile your best moments in your football career, and part of your best moments in your football career, they're showing you shooting over the pole, they're showing you trying to do a fancy pass and it goes out. When they're showing you these things, you're like, yeah, my God, this can't be your best moment. And then so I have watched him and I just think he's erratic. He reminds me of that Cape Town City striker, also Mohobi or whatever his name is, the one who they made the number one striker. He reminds me very much of that guy. And I'm going to give a take that I don't often give when it comes to players that I have not seen in a Kaizer Chiefs color. And colors, but I'm going to say I don't think he will succeed in the South African league. We are actually a very good league. We are not Indonesia, and I'm no disrespect to Indonesia, but I want you guys to understand that Sundowns and Pirates were in the CAF Champions League semi-final and final. We beat those guys. Sundowns players and Pirates players took us to third place in the AFCON. I'm giving you guys this perspective that our league is not the Mickey Mouse League. Stellenbosch was in the, I believe, semis of the CAF Confederation Cup. We beat that team. Those Stellies, we beat them. So, that's all I'm going to say. But other than that, I wanted to say, if this is the player that our scouts are finding, I am very disappointed, because Why would we look for this guy? A part of me is like, I hope this is fake news. I hope that this information that I'm seeing is definitely fake news, because Buffett, our league has shown good promise amongst the world, etc. We should be attracting the attention of players in lower leagues, where be it in Europe, be it in South America, wherever, but are definitely better than the players that are playing in Indonesia, etc. That is all I'm saying. I'm just saying I believe the PSL should be attracting better quality players, better quality strikers from better quality leagues. So if our team Chiefs deems Indonesia a good enough league to go and look for a player, it starts to make me worry. It starts to make me worry, especially when the player that they're going to get from Indonesia is a top goal scorer, yes, Indonesia, but in all the other leagues he's played for, he struggled. So what makes you think that he'll be good in Indonesia, and when he comes here he's going to be good? Anyway, other than that, let me wrap it up by saying this. The next player I'm going to chat about is Emile Witbooi. I say this, and this is a very, very, very hectic, and you must listen properly. It's a hectic take. I say Kaizer Chiefs needs to go into Cape Town City's offices this week, before the week ends. Go to Cape Town City, put 15 million on the table, and say, in the contract, we will even give you 20% of any amount that we sell this boy for, and just go sign a Melvin boy. Like, me, and I know a lot of you are going to say 15 million is too much for Melvin boy. Me personally, I would pay it. I need to make Cape Town City give me that player. Emile Witbooi is a player that we need, not just for playing for Kaizer Chiefs. He's going to make us big money if we can then sell him overseas. But the aim of getting him to Kaizer Chiefs and speaking to Cape Town City is to say he needs to play in PSL football, and it would be good for him to be playing for a big club like Kaizer Chiefs that is going to be playing in big leagues. So that's all I'm saying. Kaizer Chiefs needs to make it happen. Let me know what you guys think. Amakhosi for life.